morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the daily scan for Monday, May 6, 2013. Looking at our economic calendar for today, there is nothing really exciting happening out here. So we can just move right on quickly. And let's get over here. Pre-market, we're looking at flat to slightly up open. Gold is still marching forward. We will quickly go through our current positions. First, we'll take a look at the simulated trades, simulated insurance policies that I have here, or hedges, I guess you might say. My short contract on the E-minis is at a negative $2,862 right now. The long gold contract is at 4,770 right now, 780. So we're roughly still up about $2,000, maybe a little bit less than that on that particular trade. Let's take a look at Apple. We don't have anything on that. I just keep Apple on my list all the time. So we'll just go down the line here. Amazon is another open position that I have, and I plan on closing this today. We are at $299 out of a possible 310, so I'm just going to get out of it and chalk that one up as a winner. CF Industries, still kind of sweating that one a little bit. We're still not in the money, still looking okay, but still a concern. So looking at a chart, I still have an alert here on that. Wanting it to stay down below this 190 price level here, and it looks like as though it's behaving right now, but making me a little bit nervous. Just keep an eye on that. That's all we can really do. IWM, that's an insurance policy. Looking for a move back down here. MasterCard, we're at $179 out of a possible 200 here, so we will exit this one today as well. And we might actually, let's take a look at the short right now. The short is still at 78 cents. So we'll have to pay a transaction fee on that, but that's okay because this one's looking pretty good. We'll pay that $2.50, $5 total for me anyway to get out of this trade. Netflix, that iron condor is doing swimmingly because we are in Thinkorswim, and our delta's less than 1 on that. Can't get much better than that. The Qs, this is that old insurance policy that I'm not going to do anything with. It's just going to cost me so much to get out of it that I'm just going to let it cost me basically. The Russell calendar, we're still up a little bit on that. We still have time here. This is a May expiration, so we still have 10 trading days for this to pull back a little bit and maybe make us a little bit extra money. Maybe if it just pulls back to even just 940, close to expiration, that could be close to $500, so that would be nice. And then Visa that we got into, I think it was Friday of last week or maybe Thursday, is doing pretty good right now too. No need to look at the charts on anything except maybe we'll just quickly take a look at CF again, and we are we're showing a little bit of strength here on the stochastic, and everything else is kind of pointing towards looking like it might be consolidating. That's okay if it consolidates down here for a while, although you can see historically this particular underlying doesn't consolidate a whole heck of a lot. Alright, let's go over to the A plus list, and we'll keep this one short today. I have a very busy day today. Very busy. Alright. Apple. Okay, so we were looking for a bear call on this, looking for the price to come down here below this low from Thursday, and of course it did not. And I put a little arrow here just for my reminder that this actually here, if you want to just zoom in on this, the moving average has flattened out and it actually is starting to move up. So we are taking this target off of here, and we are going to cancel this alert, and we'll take a pass on Apple for right now. Okay, Amazon, we have this iron condor. We might be looking to do something now. It's still kind of really wiggling around in here in a pretty wide range. I usually don't go to the well twice for iron condors. You know, this would look like a pretty good iron condor for June, and I didn't do any shopping this weekend. It's a busy weekend as well, so I was not able to go shopping, and it really doesn't take long to go shopping, but this week is the ideal week to shop for June condors, so I got to get it done this week. I will make a note of that. BIDU. Yeah, we had this earnings ruckus going on here. I think BIDU is looking pretty weak right about now. I think it's too late to do any sort of June or weekly or anything else on this. A May. I think it's too late to do a standard May expiration on this, just because I don't think from a call side and a delta perspective we would get anything out of this. So we could do a 90 possibly. I don't know, I might do a 90 on that. That has possibilities. I'm not going to do one today because I'm going to be too busy, but if you want to do something with this 90 would bring in 17 cents or $17, and it would cost $2.50 in transaction fees. So you'd pull in, like $14.50 or something like that. I mean, if you wanted, yeah, no, it's not worth it. No, that's not a good one. What are we looking at here for June? Again, I won't do one, but if we're looking at something with a delta around 20, and we increase our to a $5 spread, that's still giving you 60 cents or $60 at 92.50. So looking at a calendar, we're looking up here at 92.50. That would probably be a pretty good trade, I think. I think that would be a relatively, I think that's a pretty safe trade. So you traders out there that have time to jump in on this today, I want to make a note. Maybe I'll do an auto trade on this. But I still need to see the open in order to determine whether, I want to do a trade on this. And there would be some sort of complicated order setup on that. So let me think about that, and if I do have time today to set that kind of order up, I'll report back on it tomorrow. Maybe I'll take a little short video of it. Alright, Celgene, my new one to the list here. I was looking at support level here at 115, and I took a pass on it because I wanted to observe the price action of it for a while, and it looks like as though this support level is going to hold, and now it's actually approaching the 50 MA. So when they become equal, that will just be, in my mind anyway, a confirmation that that support is going to hold for a while. CF, I'm not going to do anything on that. We can take a look at a chart, however, and we're still in a downtrend. We would be waiting for the stochastic to come back up and give us an entry point in this downtrend. So nothing there right now. Chipotle, still trying to make up its mind which direction it wants to go in. The moving average is moving up, and we do have a hook up here at the midpoint, so a possible secondary entry at a very safe distance. So delta of 20 would put us at 340, and that's at 85 cents on that particular one. So 320 is down here. That would seem to be a pretty safe location. So I made secondary entry here when we get a hook off of the 40 and 45 and 55 area here. This would be a good place to go in and do a safe one at 320. I think that would be relatively safe too, so I will also make a note of that one. And we can make a we can create an order that triggers off of the price of the underlying, but my concern is if it moves too much, that you just won't get the credit for it to justify the trade. So let me think about that one. Put it in my back pocket. Let me think about it. All right, gold, GLD, ETF. Thought that maybe it was going to give us a hook here to go in with a bear call, and I don't think this moving average is starting to flatten out. Stochastic just doesn't want to come down, and the MACD, we're getting, at least on the moving average on the MACD, we're getting a very nice strong uptrend and a strong move here on the weekly for the current MACD. So I think we're going to cancel this alert, especially looking at where gold is probably going to open this morning. Google, we have a simulated iron condor on it, and our drawings disappeared on this. Alright, well, let's go back here and take a look at the risk profile then. Turn it on. Risk profile wise, oh yes, I think I mentioned, let me see my notes here. Might have mentioned, yeah, I would, Friday I was exiting this, so that's why that is gone. So we would have exited this pretty flat. We would not have really made any money on this, so I'm just going to take it out of here so I'm not distracted by it, and we'll go back to the chart and take a look. Okay, we're in a nice uptrend, a little bit of a pause here in anticipation of earnings, and then just a tear upwards. So is this going to reach $1,000 a share? Don't know, but there is no entry here. There's no entry today. There was a secondary entry here that I missed. All right, Goldman. All right, we are currently in a downtrend, even though we have a hook up here, and it looks like as though it may be moving up. According to our rules, we have to stay away from this. So we will. Nothing on Goldman for today. LinkedIn. Yeah, what is going on? Oh, they missed on their earnings. How about that? That's not like them, at least not traditionally. Staying away from this one until it figures out what it's going to do. It had a very bad day Friday. I wonder why. MasterCard, we're getting out of this trade today. And we have a secondary hook here where we could do we have a new, more strength being added to its uptrend. They beat on earnings. I don't know about how they feel about the future or revenue or anything like that, but looked like the market was pretty happy about what they saw. We have a secondary entry for June on this at a 20 delta, which would be right about here at 525. And let's get rid of this one. 525 down here for June. Probably pretty safe. It's right around the previous low, or unless you want to count this as a previous low, but it's right around the previous low. That probably would be pretty good, so add them to my list. I'm not putting alerts on these. These are ones I'm going to look at doing a sort of an auto trade on. Alright, Netflix. We're in this iron condor, and we got in it kind of late for an iron condor, but it's doing well, and I don't see anything setting up right now. Just too much consolidation here for a directional trade. If anything, it might be kind of creeping down slightly, but nothing there for a directional price line. We have a hookup, a new trend here. We have earnings coming up. Ain't touching that. I'm not touching that. Panera. Uptrend, stochastic up, no entry. Longer term, if we get a hookup here, I might do something there. So I'm going to put a little circle here, and hopefully it'll draw my eyes over to it on that chart. And last but not least is Visa, which we are in right now. We could pile on more, but I'm not going to. We'll just be happy with what we have. Okay, so that's it for today. Thanks a heap for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.